Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me once again, and I hope you guys are doing well. So today I really just wanted to, talk off the top of my head and just say whatever's on my mind. Right now, I am going through a little bit of an experimental phase because as of recently, I have felt like my art has been kind of staggering, but that's not in terms of like what I'm creating, but like my own capabilities. I feel as though I'm not pushing myself as much as I should be doing or could be doing. I think it leads back to this idea of being like super overwhelmed by how many things I need to learn. It's really tough when you want to just draw stuff, but you struggle a lot to do some basic things like just drawing a person's face. Yeah, that's not really fun. And when you struggle, you get frustrated, and when you get frustrated, you don't want to draw. It is something that plagues me many times, and I'm trying to listen back to my old advice of just pushing through and getting it done, even if you don't like it. So that's the whole point of this little experimental phase I'm going through. I didn't even mention this, but I did this little Maki drawing because I really wanted to try something different, and I don't necessarily love the outcome, but I was happy that I did something different. The idea of experimenting came to me because of somebody that I saw on Twitter. Maybe someone who's watching this will know what I'm talking about, but I saw someone on Twitter and they had a little post showing their glow up in an entire year of basically starting digital art, and I was taken aback. I was shocked, to say the least, because their improvement was so insane. And I remember going into the comments. This was not so long ago, so I don't know why I'm saying I remember, but I went into their comments and they spoke about experimenting and just doing whatever, like just doing things and being very open to learning. And that's very true. So it made me want to experiment, because like where I'm at right now, I kind of just draw the same things, like, oh, girl not doing something interesting. Oh, girl not doing something interesting. Oh, girl not doing something interesting. I think it's because composition and how I put a piece together is something I have been more focused on than actually making the subject look cool. I think I've been focusing way more on making the things around them look cool. So I wanted to take some time to really experiment again and just try to get loose, get messy. Like I always say, right? Get loose, get messy, just make mistakes and learn from them. Because something that I've wanted to do for ages is dynamic posing and like foreshortened poses. And recently I made a checklist with a friend, and that is something that I put on there, after I saw that they did it, because I kind of remembered, oh shoot, yeah, that's something I wanted to work on. So that's something that I did, and I'm gonna start trying to push myself towards doing those things, because I think really cool foreshortening and dynamic poses are cool. I think they're really cool, and I want to be able to do them, but I struggle a lot, and I think I haven't done them as much as I should have or could have, because to me they have like a scary aura about them, similar to hands. Which, to go on a little to get a little sidetracked, someone I talked to recently brought up, I was literally talking about hands, and I said that I struggled with them. I can't really draw them, which is true. It is true. They mentioned that artists really give hands this intimidating aura about them, which makes them more challenging to learn. But when you really just break it down, they're very simple. You just got to keep practicing and just be happy making mistakes. Even if like your stuff doesn't look good, you got to just do it, right? And that's something that I am trying to apply more to the things that I do during this experimental phase, especially. To bring it back to the person that I mentioned that made the glow up, I was, as a person who is kind of obsessed with their improvement, which is probably for the worse than it is for the better, I recognize that I needed to try new things. So I don't just want to draw a pretty woman doing thing or fan art of character doing thing. Even though I love fan art, I'm more of a fan art person than I am an OC person. That's just because I've always had fun ideas for fan art more than OCs. Maybe because my brain just doesn't really think that hard about original characters. I don't know. I think the more time I spend engaging with more media, I will probably come to want to create my own stories for my characters. I do have one OC. She's awesome. I hardly draw her, but I put that on my checklist that I need to draw her more. So I will do that. You guys will probably see it eventually. We'll see. I think when I look back to that post that initially started this thing, I feel as though that having a vision for how you really want your art to look is important. And for me, I kind of don't have that per se, because there are so many styles that I see day to day and that I've seen in my life that I really just want to be able to replicate or be able to draw like that. And I guess that is something that makes my goals like change so much, when in the end I should just be continuing to practice the fundamentals and the style. Hey, the style stuff will always come down the line. It just comes with drawing and, you know, focusing on the things that you want to draw and how you want to draw them and copying the people that you like and all that stuff. It is something that will come in time. And I say all this, but I'm not and have never really been concerned with the idea of a style. I will just look at something and be like, I don't like how I drew this, instead of like, oh, I wish I drew it like this person drew it. It's more like, I just don't like how I drew this. Maybe I should try to draw it more like this person. Unless I'm directly trying to draw like that person, but more times than not, I feel like I just don't draw it the way I wanted to draw it in my head. So yeah, I don't know if that made any sense, but maybe you understood what I meant. I don't even know if that made sense to me, but yeah, experimenting, that's the name of the game, and something that I'm going to continue to do because I want to try different shit. Art can get a little, not boring, but maybe repetitive if you're just doing the same thing. You're not really feeling it all the time. I do wish that I had the abilities to draw faster and better, so my ideas that come to me in a flash could be put on a page a little quicker than, you know, many hours and failed attempts. But hey, I'm asking for too much. Especially because that happens with even the best artists. So maybe don't set your expectations too high, right? Me? Yeah. But that's just something that was on my mind as a whole, experimenting and all that great stuff. If I just continue to keep doing this stuff and experimenting and just doing things a little differently and taking my time with that, especially because if I'm just experimenting and still trying to rush things out, then it's not really going to be a fun experience, and it's just going to feel like I'm scribbling and a bunch of stuff. When, yes, making bad art is important, and I'm trying, and I try to drill this into my brain all the time, even when I'm just doing like normal little studies, like my little figure drawings or drawing little cubes and shapes and whatnot. I try to drill it into my brain that drawing bad is normal, and it is good. It is very good to draw like shit. I mean, not like shit, but draw bad. Maybe it's shit to me, but yeah. It's important to really break that air of perfectionism with how you draw. And I think of it like that too. I think of that being important as well, because if you can kind of break down that idea of only making good things, then being able to push through the harder phases of your work is easier. I think you will understand that, hey, I mean, this looks bad now, but if I just keep, putting in some effort and time into it, and I'm just patient with myself, then it'll look good. And that's something I really want to try to keep reinforcing in my brain. You know, we all have our low points. So yeah, that's just something that I for sure need to keep on remembering. But I think you guys got the gist of what I'm doing, what I'm saying, and you know, just where my brain is going. So yeah, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this little catch up with me and just straight up ramble. I'm using no script. I am just talking. I'm literally just talking out my butt. But yeah, that's everything I have to say for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you later.